Good morning. It's coming up on 7 o'clock, and the gathering grounds just down the way that we had lunch at yesterday, they're going to be opening up here in just a minute. And me, Nibbles, and Rachel, they're going to go check that place out for breakfast. Those other guys are going to be heading out back on trail at some point later today, but I'm chilling in town for a nice zero, just giving my muscles another day to relax. So let's go head on over and see what we can find for a nice breakfast to start our day. A lovely calm morning. Seemed like the other guys were sleeping in, so maybe it's just me for breakfast. Oh, we got Nibbles for breakfast. And I guess you guys are surprised I'm not getting the French toast. I'm going with an omelet instead.
Toodaloo.
Yep. I'll see you guys down trail. It's been fun hanging out. Later.
We'll see you soon. Bye, Goober.
Well, it's been fun hanging out with Nibbles and Rachel, meeting those guys. Nibbles is only doing this next section, so he's getting off trail once he hits Vail and then jumping onto other trails for the year. But I might see Rachel down trail at some point later. I'll keep an eye out for her. She'll be a day ahead of me. In the meantime, though, I'm just waiting for my dad to show up, so he'll be hanging out with me for a little bit before he goes back home. And I still gotta do my resupply run. I gotta do laundry. I think there's free laundry here. I gotta check that out still. And then maybe check out some sites in town and see what else we can get up to. So I'll just check back, I guess, when my dad shows up. Well, these guys look familiar.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, welcome to Patagonia.
Boy, good to see you.
And there's Harvey, wild little puppy. So there's the stage stop hotel that I'm staying at. We're just gonna wander around town a little bit. Right across the street from it there, we've got, this is the old historic train station, I think. I think there's some little gift shops and things around town here. The Patagonia market on the corner there will be my resupply option. In about an hour or so, we need to be looking at getting some lunch. We got a couple of options. We'll figure something out later. There's maybe a small section of the original train track through town.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I guess this caboose thingy is the welcome center. And it looked like it was unlocked, so let's go check it out real quick. A lot of old info stuff. A nice little park area, though. Well, I think we may just end up back at the gathering grounds for a snack for lunch here. One of the only places that might be pet friendly with an outdoor patio.
Is the dog in the picture?
Nope.
Aww. Came all the way down here to see you.
Well, right at the end of the breakfast, right before lunch hour, so going with some more breakfast options here. Well, I think this is going to be it for Dad and the Harvey there. Came out and say hi to us, so thanks for coming out. Had some breakfast / lunch together. You guys are going back home, and I'll take care of my remaining chores. So, thanks again. I'll see you guys. Well, I just came back from a quick run across the street over to the little market, picked up some of the odds and ends. Half of this is left over that I didn't eat, and the other half is new stuff. I'm gonna go with Pop-Tarts for breakfast for this next stretch. Got a bunch of the little fig bars, pepperoni chips, trail mixes, some of the dinners. Got left over the fettuccine alfredo. Picked up just the little ramen bowl thing there. And this fire pot meal, I've never heard of this, but I got this from Nibbles. He was kind of giving it away. He had an extra one there. I think they're a UK-based company, so I'm going to give them a try. I think it's a veggie paella thing, so I'll give a review on that once I eat it. So that's all my food needs taken care of for this next stretch. It's about 60 miles from here up to just past Vail, just past where it crosses I-10 is the Gabe Zimmerman trailhead. So 60 miles from here to there, where I can get picked up by a buddy and stay the night in Tucson up there. So I think that'll do it for this next stretch. I'm planning on 4 days over that 60 miles. 15-mile days apiece is all I need to do. I don't know how I'm going to get out of town in the morning. I think the hotel here does a shuttle service for hikers, but I've heard the earliest they can start sending shuttles out is like 10 o'clock, and I'd like to get on trail before then. So I think I'm going to grab a breakfast and then try to just start hitching, I think, maybe somewhere around 8 o'clock or so. And if I can't get out of town that way, then I might have to rely on the 10 o'clock shuttle. But otherwise, I've got my laundry going. Free laundry services here, so that's cooking up. And now I think I'm just kind of in chill mode for the rest of this afternoon until I get hungry enough to go figure out what dinner options are going to be. So I'll just check back in later once we're up to something else. Well, I got my laundry back. That's been all good. I've just been hanging out for a little bit. Starting to get hungry again. All the food options are all closed after 3 o'clock, and it's like 3:30 to 4 or something like that right now. So the only thing that's open is the restaurant that's attached to this hotel. Their food items were kind of basic, but they had a nice little beer menu. The Velvet Elvis Pizza place is open for dinner. They were the more highly recommended one, but I don't know whether I'm feeling a pizza or just kind of some basic, like a burger and like the fish stick chicken things, whatever I had last time for dinner. So I may just end up back at the restaurant here, just 100 feet away. Get some food there and some beers or something. I don't have any hiker hunger yet. I don't have any crazy cravings for anything yet, so I'm just going to keep it simple, I guess, food-wise, but let's go find something to eat. Well, done with dinner, back in the room. That was really good. I was just having some basic snack type stuff and a couple of beers. Feeling good. I think it's only like not even 5 o'clock maybe, but I don't think I'm going to be up to anything else for the rest of the day. Got all my chores done. We are done in the town of Patagonia. Been a nice little town stop. Probably just sign off in this clip. Tomorrow we're getting up and hitting breakfast. I think the Gathering Grounds opens at 7. That has an awesome place for breakfast. And then we're looking to hitch back to trail. I think it's only 5 miles between town and where the trail crosses the highway, so it's not that far. But that is it. Back on trail tomorrow. 4-day stretch to the Tucson area. So thanks for watching, and we will see y'all in the morning. Good morning. Coming up on 7 o'clock. I think we're going to go hit up the Gathering Grounds one more time for a nice good breakfast. Then we'll finish packing up and looking to just hitch out of town from there. So we'll see you down there. Well, now I'm all packed up. It's 8 o'clock. Time to go check out. I think I'm going to go hang over. Edge of town is where the post office is at, and just try hitching from there, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. I've heard it's a decent hitch, only like 5 miles up the road. So hopefully we'll see you guys back up there. And we're back on trail. That was a really easy hitch. Only 5 minutes to get back to the trail. I loved my little town stop, Patagonia. Very small town, but it's got its own little charm to it. It's got everything a hiker would need. Good food, friendly folks. And for today, looks like there's kind of a long, slow uphill up these rolling foothills, getting into the Mount Wrightson area. That was the big mountain I saw covered in snow the days coming into town. But most of that's all melted right now, so we should get a shot of the mountain itself here in a little bit. There's Mount Wrightson up ahead there. All the snow's gone already. And we're just doing pretty much a straight shot at 10 miles up into the foothills there. Not much elevation gain, but a little rolling ups and downs on these hills here. I think today's weather is supposed to be kind of warm, up to 75, I think. And then temperatures start cooling off again, but there's no snow in the forecast in the coming days. I think the first water source is about 10 miles up. I'm packing 2 liters out of town. Yeah, that cattle pond water source down there looks yummy. I'm sure he's just sleeping. It is kind of warm out here today. Well, I'm about 2 hours in already. Time for a nice little sit-down break. Found a shady spot in a tree here. And the terrain so far has been pretty good. Just a nice gradual climb up into the foothills here of Mount Wrightson. And probably just rest here for a good 20 to 30 minutes or so. Have some snacks. Got plenty of water still to get me to the first water source coming up. And we'll be back on trail in a bit. Done with the break. Back on trail. Body's feeling good today. A little beat up and sore the first 4-day stretch. Taking the 0 day in town really helped. Just trying to take it nice and slow. There's definitely no rush on this trail. There's a fair number of cattle I keep seeing every once in a while up here. Some different rock formations up there across the way. Well, I've turned a corner, and now instead of doing a nice gradual uphill, we've got some descent for a little bit. I was just thinking I've seen 3 total hikers on trail already today, all going southbound for this section. Last guy I ran into, named Brian. We were talking about videography and stuff and vlogging on trail, and I think I inspired him to fiddle around with some 360 footage stuff. So good luck, Brian, for trying some of that stuff out. There's a nice little flowing stream going across the trail. Cattle bones and stuff down there. Looks nice. I'm going to keep going a little bit further. Less than a mile, I think, is a larger flowing stream in the reports in Far Out, so I think that'll be a better source to collect from. I think this place is called Casablanca Canyon. So 1 more mile, and that'll be our water break rest stop. Now this is the spot I was aiming for. There's tons of water down there. That looks awesome. I think this is called bathtub water is all it's called on Far Out. So we'll take a nice break here. I think we're 10 miles in for the day, and it's around 12:45 or so, I think. So we'll have our lunch breaks and everything. Only planning on doing like another 5 more miles past here for the day, I think. This is definitely a beautiful little spot. There's room here on the sandy shore for some tents. I definitely got to do a few more miles though today, so I don't think I'll be camping here. We're done with our lunch break. It's awesome seeing flowing water out in the desert. It's the most I've seen so far on trail. Well, we got about 5.5 miles left, I think, until camp, and there should be another good water source just prior to it. Today's still a pretty easy day in general, rolling ups and downs. With the trail being dry and all, it's not muddy, so that makes it easy to walk on. And there's no big rocks compared to the first couple of days out here. So it hasn't been too bad. I'd drink from that pond if I was desperate. Luckily I don't need to. More piles of cattle bones over here. It's starting to look like New Mexico out on the CDT with all the bones. I think this is the top of the last hill climb of the day. It's all downhill from here. I'm not sure exactly how much further it is left. 2 miles or so maybe? Something I've noticed for a couple of miles now, but haven't mentioned yet, is that the trail's been well defined and grooved out wider and everything. A lot of trail maintenance has gone in the last couple of miles here. Well-defined trail across the way there we've been following. The trail crosses a nice little stream. This is going to be my last water source for the day. I'll fill up here. Looks like camp is only maybe 0.4 further from here. And then the next water tomorrow morning is going to be like 3.5 miles out of camp, I think. Well, here we are. Made it to camp. This is a sweet little site. Large trees for shade cover. And you got the mountain ridge right there, so the sun is just now going behind it. Made our distance goals. I think we're about 15 miles in. Perfect for first day out of Patagonia. So, time to get settled in and take care of the usual. Well, I think I'm good to go for the night. The trail's been really quiet today. I only saw 3 people going southbound for this section and 0 nobos. Definitely less people out here than on the CDT, it seems like, for the first sections. But I guess I'll let you know in the morning if anybody else rolls in. But for now, all alone. I'm all settled in, good to go. Cook up one of my dinners here in a second. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.